Welcome to your Money Miracles video for the week of January 9th, 2024. In just 3 months, a little over 3 months, I'm going to be here, Bora Bora and Tahiti. So I'm really excited, want to share that with you guys. So as many of you know, I read a lot. In fact, over the holidays, I read 5 books, and I'm going to be sharing them with you through the rest of January and into February. This week's book had so many awesome thoughts and tips and techniques about money, wealth, and prosperity that actually I am wholeheartedly in agreement with. So I highly recommend you watch the whole video to hear some of these great money tips, which will come from the book, and I'll share the book name with you in a few minutes. And as usual, I'm going to be sharing with you some past and upcoming events, a powerful affirmation, the member highlight, as well as this book highlight. So let's first go into the powerful affirmation. Say it out loud with emotion. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. That's your powerful affirmation for this week. So let's talk about some past and upcoming events. Thank you to everyone who signed up for the Money Miracles membership for the first half of 2024. I'm really excited to help you create massive abundance this year. This is the membership in which we have a community sharing their money miracles, their changes in the money mindset, and manifestations and investing tips. I've personally recorded over 7 hours worth of videos for you to watch over 6 months, and we have another 21 guest experts, as well as the whole Infinite Possibilities course included in the membership. And we meet weekly to create money miracles, and I answer your questions. The members have now manifested over $1,782,000. I'd love for you to be part of this membership. If you're interested in joining in a few months when we reopen it, let me know. Now, last week, I was interviewed on Lorenzo Payman's podcast, Leaders with a Heart. I'll let you know when it goes live. It will go live later in January. Now, my next free masterclass is just 2 weeks from today, January 23rd at 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It's called How to Create Money Miracles. And I'm really excited to be co-facilitating the masterclass with Chara Rodriguez. She's a mystical, magical meditation teacher, creator of Soul Path Yoga, author of 2 books, Breathe and Love, amazing best-selling books, Breathe and Love. And we are going to give you specific techniques to make 2024 your most abundant year yet. You have to register in advance. I'll put the link below this video. And did I mention it's absolutely free? And next Saturday, January 13th, actually this coming Saturday, January 13th, I'll be speaking at Hans Parge's meeting called the Fireside Chat. It's at the Fireside Chat. It's at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. If you're interested in getting a free ticket, respond to this email with your request. If you're watching this from YouTube, then comment below this video and with your email so that I can send you a free ticket. And finally, I was accepted to be interviewed on the Builders podcast with Matt Levenhagen. This interview happens this Friday, January 12th, and I'll let you know when the interview goes live next week. Each week, I highlight a member of my network. This week, it's Crystal Catalina. Crystal is really excited, as I am, to be doing her first challenge in 2024. She's looking for spiritual people ready to create a soul-aligned body. Do you manifest weight loss with her Winter Alignment Activation Challenge? Well, do you want to manifest weight loss? It starts January 16th, and it's all about aligning your inner thoughts, feelings, and actions with your truest inner being to create your soul-aligned dream body. I put the link in the email and below this video to register. And did I mention it's absolutely free, this challenge? So I'm urging you to sign up. If you need to lose even just a few pounds, she'll help you do it. And I'm really excited to share this week's book. This is now one of my top 10 books of all time. And according to Goodreads, I've read over 380 in the last 6 years. So this week's book is called Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland. This book was almost 550 pages, so I took a ton of notes. Now, if you're watching this from YouTube channel and not from my email I sent out, I'd urge you to subscribe to get the full 21 pages of notes I took. It was mind-blowing, powerful, massive enlightenment from this book. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you just a couple of pages now. And if you want the rest of them, you can subscribe to my free weekly email from my homepage, and I'll put the link to my homepage below this video. So here are some short highlights. Each theory that stands the test of time has its place, for they all represent some aspect of reality. If you decide that fate is something predestined you cannot personally change, then this is how it will be. In effect, you are voluntarily giving yourself to the will of others, becoming like a small boat floating at the mercy of the waves. If, however, you decide that you can create your own destiny, then you will consciously take responsibility for everything that happens in your life, battling against the waves in an attempt to sail your little boat. You may have noticed that whatever you choose is always manifested. What you choose is what you get. We start with the idea that all diverse manifestations of reality originate in a common source. The world manifests itself as a movement through time and space, and this movement is subject to certain laws. Managing your own destiny comes down to one single thing: making the choice. Thought energy transforms possible alternatives into physical reality. So let's talk about a little bit about money from this book. These are a number of quotes about money in Reality Transurfing. It is almost impossible to avoid a dependent relationship on money because it is very hard to love money without wanting more of it. All one can do is attempt to limit the dependency to a minimum. Be happy if money has come to you, but never kill yourself worrying about not having enough money or spending it. Otherwise, you will have less and less of it. I completely agree. If a person does not earn much money, they probably make the mistake of complaining that they never have enough, because the parameters of this type of thought energy correspond to lifelines in which there is no wealth or limited wealth. It is particularly dangerous to buy into an anxiety that your income is gradually decreasing. Fear represents the most energetically intense emotion a human can experience. And so when a person fears losing money or not earning enough money, they activate the most effective method there is for shifting to lifelines where they really do have less and less money. Freeing oneself from the money trap is difficult, but it can be done. First, the cause of the excess potential has to be eliminated, which will either be strong dependency on money or a very intense desire to have money. Start by accepting and enjoying what you already have. I completely agree here. Gratitude, appreciation, very powerful. Remember that things could always be worse. You do not have to stop wanting your money entirely, but you can relax about the fact that it's not rolling in with the force of a gushing river. Take the position of the gambler who could at any moment just as easily hit the jackpot as lose everything. For pendulums, money is a universal means of rewarding their adherents. It is the activity of pendulums that has led to widespread idolization of money. It is true that those who become millionaires are those who think not of wealth, but of following their own path. I completely agree here as well. The majority of people think and do the opposite. In actual fact, there is no limitations to wealth. You can desire anything you want. It is truly yours to have, and you will receive it. If the goal has been imposed upon you by a pendulum, you will not get anywhere. Money is nothing more than an accompanying attribute on the path to your goal. Do not worry about money, and it will come to you of its own accord. The most important thing now is to reduce the importance of capital to a minimum so that you do not create excess potential. Think only of the thing you wish to achieve. At the same time, you should be attentive to money and treat it carefully. If you see a small coin on the street and you're too lazy to pick it up, it suggests that you don't respect money at all. I completely agree with this as well. The money pendulum will hardly be well disposed to you if you treat its attributes carelessly. Neither should you worry about spending money, because this is a necessary part of fulfilling your mission. If you have made the decision to spend the money on something, have no regrets. I completely agree here too. When you try to save up a handsome sum and spend as little as possible, you create excess potential because energy has been built up in one place. Money should be spent wisely to keep a flow going as potential appears where there is no flow of energy. Wealthy people support charities with good reason, as it reduces the excess potential of their accumulated wealth. If a person is born in poverty, they will be accustomed to living in poor circumstances, and their energy will be attuned to the frequency of their own misfortune. It is very difficult to shift to a lifeline of prosperity if you despise your own poverty, envy the envious, and constantly wish you were better off. Actually, I would say that with these three types of thoughts in mind, it is totally impossible. If you are not prepared to take some action to acquire what you want, you will not get it. A poor person usually does not take action because of their own conviction that the fulfillment of their desire is not realistic. Wealth is not part of a poor person's comfort zone, and not because it is uncomfortable to be wealthy, but because it is so unfamiliar. Until a person lets the attributes of wealth into their comfort zone, and until they learn how it feels to be the owner of expensive things, they will remain poor even if they find a buried treasure. The secret is that realization is brought about not by desire, but by one's attitude to that which is desired. Here, outer intention has the opposite effect. I know that I will have what I claim. It is already decided, and so I radiate energy at the frequency of a lifeline where I have what I want. Suppose you want to be rich. Would you be ready to accept this gift of fate? Of course, if someone were giving away a spare $1 million, we would all find it in ourselves to accept the gift without problem. Wealth will not ruin your life, as some films with a moral try to teach you. But this is not my point. Are you ready to take the million? You are probably thinking that I mean that the million must be earned and won, but this is not what I mean either. Are you ready to simply choose and allow yourself to have? You have to come to terms with the ideas that you will achieve your goal. If you want to be wealthy but are afraid of walking into an expensive shop, you will not achieve your goal. If you experience discomfort when visiting or an expensive shop, it means you're not ready to give yourself permission to own expensive things. If someone tries to persuade you that you must work for the good of someone or something else, do not believe them. If someone tries to prove to you that everything in life comes through hard work alone, do not believe them. If someone is imposing a harsh battle on you to secure your place in the sun, do not believe them. If they try to tell you what your place is, do not believe them. If they tell you that you have to live your entire life in poverty because that is how you were born, do not believe them. And if they tell you that you have limited options, do not believe them. So thanks for watching. I believe in you.